Alright, we have just finished with Earth and we're moving into Lightning and we're starting with Azul! 4-cost AK forward. When Azul is dealt damage, choose up to 1 forward. Opponent controls deal it the same amount of damage. Pay a crystal, choose 1 forward until end of turn. It gains this forward must attack once per turn if possible, and Azul gets 2k power. The effect is interesting and fun. I hate that it requires a crystal.
I think this is a very good card.
You think it's a good card? I was going to say I love the card, but I don't think it's good.
I love that this is a free blocker for WoW.
Yeah, but that's why I said I wish it didn't use a crystal. I wish it used something else, like one.
You can run this in a... Now, this is hypothetically again. Run this in an ice... an ice... lightning deck, because you do have the Weiss that gives you the crystal every time a forward enters. This also works very good. I love the ability to manipulate what your opponent does. It's the reason I love the Tulane Warrior card in my Warrior deck, where it's for 0, that has to attack or has to block.
How does this kill Wall?
Because when it's dealt damage, choose 1 forward opponent controls, deal the same amount of damage.
Oh, right, so even if it does the first strike...
Yep. It is hypothetically a free... He's talking about what we were talking about before.
Oh, okay. Oh, right! Dr. Doom. Sorry, yeah. I was thinking Doom the game.
No, that's how I read it. I read on a side note, Red Lantern Superman to be playing Doom, and I'm like, huh? But no, I think that this is a very playable card. I think that it'll slot in really nicely. If no one does it, I'm going to do it. I think that a very good deck idea that I do have seeing these cards, just running through with you now, is a DFF Ice Lightning with the Weiss Nero Azul package.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. I'd like to see that because I'd like to be proven wrong in this card. I love the way it reads. I just don't see it.
I know. I'm a fan of manipulation. Like, I love being able to be like... it's why I like Refia Walls so much, is because your opponent has this massive strategy in their head, and then you're like, okay, tough 4 walls, bounce that. You know, and this is like, oh, you have that Rydia that you don't want to attack? Okay, attack. Now, you must deal with my blockers before Rydia attacks, or Rydia is dead.
Yeah.
I love how I keep going back to Rydia, but it's just the one card.
Yeah, it's our current end boss at our local metas, so we're going to be...
Well, no, it's not even that. It's because Rydia can't take damage from summons or abilities.
Yeah,
so blocking is the way of doing it.
Yeah. 3-cost LSA backup, Scion of the Seven Dawn. We're going to be seeing the Scion of the Seven Dawns now. When LSA enters the field, choose 1 character without the multi in your break zone. You may search for 1 character with the same name and add it to your hand. I think this is really cool. I'm really happy with the package of the Scion of the Seven Dawns that we've gotten in this set. On some level, I do think they're limited, but I haven't played enough Scions of the Seven Dawn to know if the name clash is bad or good.
It is 100%. I don't believe this is a playable card.
The other one's significantly better?
The LSA, and then let me look it up quickly.
I know there's the fire ones, which I'm not counting because they're not run in the Scion deck.
No. The LSA, the 4-drop, when it enters the field, choose a Scion of 7 Dawn of cost 3 or less in your break zone, play it onto the field.
Okay, no, I would rate that 4-1 better.
It's a 5k forward that has constant recursion, and then I believe you do that one with the water Alpha Nod, then you have the free dull sort of thing. So I do rate this as a searcher. Like, you can go, if you want to play this maybe as a one-of, to like say, I need that lightning Yashola, you know, constantly get back the Yashola. Because of the lightning one, and I think that one has an S ability.
Yes.
But no, I don't see the playability. It might cost 1 less.
Well, on that vein, it doesn't say you have to search for the exact same copy, so you could search for the hybrid Yashola of the normal. So yeah.
The only way I see that's what I think. I think this is very playable, not in Scions.
Yeah.
I think this is would be a very playable card in
certain lightning decks.
maybe the someone at Material Cup last year was running like the 6 Costa Dia.
So,
That had the S ability where it's like choose a forward, break it. I know it's bad, but that's the first thing that popped into my head. Like you can search out the S abilities for cards.
that's actually true. You play it in Giga Wall. It is a 3 cost. You can search out a copy of Wall. You can play, even if you play this off the Giga Wall itself, if you have another 4-color Wall in bin, you search for the special. You probably grab the you can grab the light one, trigger on your Gilgamesh. Yeah, no, that's really true.
It's not a Scion card; it's another card.
It's a 3-cost backup. That's what it is. I like that. It's not a Scion of the Seventh Dawn. It's just a 3-cost backup. Yeah, all right. No, I've completely blanked that it's a 3-cost. I don't know why. 4-cost Estinian. Haste when Estinian attacks, choose one job Scion of the Seventh Dawn in your break zone, add it to your hand. Damage 3 Estinian gets 1k power, AK forward. I like this. I don't know how I feel clashing with the Warp Estinian, but being able to recur your Scions is so good. I know it's only forwards, but that's still fantastic. And he can recur himself, which I hate.
The only thing I have a problem with this card is the fact that it clashes with the good one.
Yeah, that's the only thing I see, but nothing saying you can't run both. Technically, you play this, grab the warp one back. If this dies, warp the other one. He's repeatedly a 2-cost and then value forward if he attacks multiple times. And becoming a 9k fairly early with damage 3. Yeah, I like this card a lot, and I had a lot of fun with it.
It's good in Scions. I like the other Estinian because I like very fast lightning.
Yeah, but I think this one is just good for value. No, I think this one is... This definitely is a Scion of the Seventh Dawn deck. I don't think I'm wrong on that.
Yeah.
Oh, Odin. I love this card. 9-cost Odin EX. Summon. Before paying the cost to cast Odin, you may remove 6 lightning cards in your break zone from the game to reduce the cost of Odin by 6. Choose one forward, break it. I love this. I love this. It's just cool. 3-cost removal in most lightning decks. It's EX burst or 9k break. I think this is just a fantastic card. And he's riding Sleipnir.
I agree. I like this Odin. I like that they've given us another just straight break for Odin.
Yeah, not much to say for this one besides it's just good. Oh yeah, Ghoul was saying about the Estinian. It's infinite Y'shtola specials. Yeah, I think that Estinian is fantastic. 2-cost Puppet Master backup. When Puppet Master enters the field, choose one forward, dull it. If you control 5 or more backups, dull all the forwards opponent controls. Again, I'm just not a fan of this cycle. Like, this one's pretty cool. It opens the way. It gets you through.
I think it's one of the more playable ones.
It is one of the more playable ones.
Choose a forward, dull it for 2 is not terrible.
Yeah. I guess just there's not a lot of the aggressive lightning decks nowadays.
If Lance ran backups, he would play this card.
Richie played new Lightning Water Scions in RVA this week. Too much success. Oh, I can see that. I think Scions is going to be coming back this meta. King. You're already upset.
I lost to it today, so yeah. Pretty much.
5-cost King, 9k forward. Before paying the cost to cast King, you can remove 4 characters in your break zone from the game to reduce the cost of King by 4. When King attacks, you may discard 2 cards. When you do so, choose one forward, break it. Solid, interesting, good costs. Utilizes Bin in a deck. In most decks that don't utilize Bin, you're happy to do that. I think this is just an interesting, solid card, but paying 4 to break repeatedly on attack might be a bit expensive.
I
just see it as a 1cost 9k body with the potential to kill, which I think is very solid.
It works good with the Estinian that needs the cards removed from the game as well.
Yes. Sinian? Neo
Doesn't-
X-Death. Neo X-Death.
No. Is
There's
it
an
Neo
Estinian?
X-Death? It might be X-Death. No, I think it's just X-Death. It's just X-Death. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
Neo.
yeah. Well, same character, but yeah.
Yeah. I think that this also doesn't. Cat 8 also need a thing to remove from game, or is that just in break zone?
Cat 8. No, Cat 8 needs your bin to be full.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's been not.
Thinking of Urianga.
No, I was thinking of
X-Death.
X-Death, just the lightning X-Death. From what I heard today, I think that it's a good. I think this is a good card. Discarding 2 cards could be a problem though.
But it's an option. That's the thing. It is a choice. You don't have to do it. You may. So, one costs 9k. It is in lightning, so it's not clashing with the 1 cost ace that does the 9k damage when it attacks with the exile effect. So the 1 cost light ace one did see a bit of play for a while. The main difference between this and that is that ace at least was searchable off Megissa, where this obviously isn't searchable off anything like that. But I think it's just a solid card. I just don't think it will have a home. I don't know if you disagree or agree with me on that. It's a permanent to the cadet count matters. Yeah. That's the other thing. It is type 0 and class cadet 0. Class 0 cadet. Anything you want to add?
From what I heard about Twyla playing this today, she loved the card, so.
Yeah. Can't go against the girlfriend. 3 cost queen, remove 3 cards from break zone from the game, choose 1 job, 0 cadet forward until end of turn, it gains 2k power. If this forward is dealt damage by opponent's abilities, the damage becomes 0. Again, I like the idea of utilizing a bin if you're not using it. So this could be really interesting. It can feed X-Death, it feeds cadet class 0 cadets. I just think, I'm trying to remember the other queens, but I think there are better queens than this.
There's the queen that if you have 5 or job class cadet forwards, break it when it enters the field. And the other queen was in 21, which was when it's attacking, queen gains the exact same ability as what she's giving the other cadets there. But so it's just for her.
Better.
But she has haste in that one.
No nose queen. Queen has no nose? I don't get that one, RB Sire. I'm sorry. I'm too dumb. Oh, he's referring to one of the queens that has no nose.
Yeah. No nose queen is the haste with if queen is attacking, queen gains thing.
I kind of like this one better than that one, I think. I like the idea of being able to do it by choice. And again, if you don't care about your bin, just exile to high heaven.
Yeah,
we're seeing a lot of exile bin stuff for lightning, which is really interesting.
It's all for cadets too.
Oh no, the Odin. I was also thinking the Odin.
Oh, the Odin, which can be running cadets.
Yeah.
I don't think these cards are strong enough to make cadets a viable meta still though.
Yeah. Grahatia. When Grahatia enters the field, you may remove 1 card named Grahatia in your break zone from the game. When you do so, choose 2 forwards opponent controls, deal them 4k damage, and dull them 9k forward.
With the anniversary Zac, this is really good.
With the anniversary sack, this is really good. I don't think this is a sign of the 7th Dawn. I think the other Graha tier is just too good to run this over. There's also a new sign of the 7th Dawn that does this, but better. New Zac, yes, this is really cool with the new Zac because it's technically 8k damage to the 2 forwards you dull. The only problem I have with that is you're breaking the dull forwards, where the thing with Zac that I like is you dull X, break Y. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, I think this would be really cool in the dull deck, but again, there is another card in this set which does this but better in Scions and in Lightning. 3 cost Kryl, backup, Sign of the 7th Dawn, job Sign of the 7th Dawn forwards you control get 1k power, dull, choose 1 Sign of the 7th Dawn, if it deals damage to a forward this turn, the damage increases by 1k. Again, I don't remember the other Kryls off the top of my head, or the Kryl 14s. I think this is pretty cool. Pumping all your Sign of the 7 Dawns is really good. It's an anthem. Unless the other one does something similar.
The other one's in Earth.
Then yeah, hell yeah. This one. This one all the way.
I think the Anthem just makes it.
Yeah. Even for 3 instead of the 2.
The other one is choose one forward you control. During this turn, it cannot be returned to its owner's hand by summons or abilities.
Yeah. I don't think they clash in the decks that we're running. So yeah. I think this one's really cool. I like that we got this. Thancred. When Thancred enters the field, choose one forward. Opponent controls if you control 4 or more job sign of the 7 Dawn. Break it. When Thancred put from the field into the break zone, choose one forward of 3 cost or less from the reg zone. Play it onto the field. I think this is really good. I think this is an amazing Scion of the 7th Dawn card. The fact that if you control 4 or more job Scion of the 7 Dawns, not job Scion of the 7 Dawn forwards, it's the backups count, is really cool. There are so many 3-cost Scions or just 3-cost Lightning cards that this can get that is relevant. You can get your Stolas back. I can't think of the other ones off the top of my head, but I really, really love this card. It doesn't clash with the other Thancreds as far as I know. You can get it back with the Stygian and just repeat the process. Play it, kill something, let it die, bring something back, swing with the Stygian, get this back, cast it, kill something else, rinse and repeat.
It just looks like Scion's just got more
consistency.
Really good.
Yeah, Scion's got really good. It's not going to be the turn 1% kill deck, but Scions did get at least something fun to do. Yeah, it's so fun. Jack, another Class 0 Cadet, forward 7k. When Jack enters the field, put the top 3 cards of your deck into your break zone. I guess this can feed the king, putting more stuff in the break zone to exile. It feeds the queen, putting more stuff in the break zone to exile. Technically, you can run this off that theme and play it in the 8 deck where you're milling to trigger Rajin Fujin and the Sifa. Otherwise, outside of maybe it finding a home in Class 0 Cadet, I think the Axis? I think it's Axis. The other one that mills 3 but can be sacked to get something back is just a better card.
That costs 1 more than this card, though. It does.
Yes, but you're also getting a card back, which is 2 value, so I rather the 3 cost. Yes, any 3 cost forward. That's what I said. Any Lightning deck with the Thancred is worth it. Yeah, no, that's valid point. Any 3 cost, not just the Scion of the 7 Dawn. But yeah, Jack is just really good. Not Jack, Axis is just really good to the point where I don't think Jack will see much unless Class 0 Cadet uses him. Move on?
Yeah.
4 cost Sarah, 8k forward. The forward's opponent controls lose 2k power if you control 3 or more CAD 13 forwards. The forward's opponent's control lose 5k power if you control... Sorry. Lose 2k power. If you control 3 or more CAD 13 forwards, the forward's opponent control lose 5k instead. Special, during this turn, the power of forward's opponent controls cannot be increased by summons or abilities. It's a pretty card. We've seen some effects like this. The can't remember the one that negs 2 and pumps 2. We've seen some of these effects. They're not really relevant. This is just going to be whether the 13 deck is played again and whether the 13 deck doesn't have a name clash with the Sarah.
I believe this pairs well with one of the other cards in the current Final Fantasy 13 deck. I believe it pairs well. Actually, okay, roughly every... Let's say most cards are 8k these days, 7 to 8k. Yep. This card's actually really good with, like, if you have 3 category 13 forwards.
Yes.
With the fire, lightning, Yashola, because you ping one, kill one, deal the damage, do it again.
Isn't Yashola 14?
It's 14, but it's run in the current 13 deck.
Oh, okay. So run this in the 13 deck and then start pinging stuff off because they're reduced, because you should have the 3 forwards.
Yeah, you should have at least Sarah, Null, and Lightning.
But I feel if you're playing this card, that deck is losing the game. It should have won by the time you can cast this card.
Yeah, I can see that. The hope from the starter deck as well says choose an active forward. It loses 1k power for each 13 character you control. So it does actually help with that card too.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I said. If the 13 deck doesn't have a name clash with this could see its home there.
It doesn't. The Sarah's the one missing at the moment.
Okay, that's really good then. This might be perfect for that. It might give it its late game longevity. If it's losing the game, then it might be able to recover with this. It might fill in that gap that deck needs.
Hopefully.
Beautiful full art. Soldier candidate. Do you want to skip this one, yeah?
I don't know. It's a hasty boy.
It's a hasty boy, that's all we'll say.
Yeah.
Ninja, reprint, we can skip it. One cost fencer, monster, dull fencer, and put fencer and one monster into the break zone. Choose one forward or 4 or less break it. Again, you're 2 for 1ing. We've discussed this with this cycle already.
It deals with wall.
It deals with wall. That's a good thing. It deals with wall. 2 for 1 wall is worth it.
Yeah.
2 cost Black Widow, monster. If you control 2 or more monsters, Black Widow also becomes a forward with 8k power. When Black Widow attacks, you may put one monster you control into the break zone. When you do so, choose one forward, deal at 9k damage. I like this monster. I think it's really cool. I want to do something with this. But once again, I don't think it makes the list.
Mate, if I saw another person with this card today, I was going to lose it.
So many of us opened the Witch. It was stupid.
I didn't. But no, I do like this card. I think it is a good card. It is limited to having another monster, and its attack says that you can break a monster. So realistically, you're just ruining the resource you are to actually swing with it. So.
And if they got something bigger, you swing with it, sack your second monster, break something. He's no longer a forward, so he's no longer attacking. You've protected him from a blocker that can kill him.
Yep.
So there is a protection factor here. There's some synergy with the monsters in this deck, but again, it's whether you're running those colors and whether those colors are worth it in monster. And at this point, I'm thinking no, but I would like to experiment and maybe find a yes.
Yeah.
Mog 2 cost or Mog 13-2. Backup. Put Mog 13-2 into the break zone. Search for one category 13 forward. Add it to your hand.
I think that this is going to be a playable card.
RB Sire, mentioned it can sack itself, sack itself to kill something. Yeah. So you're not even losing value by sacking something else. Yeah. That was.
I think this Mog will be played in 13.
I'm sure there's a backup that does this without sacrificing in 13, isn't there?
The Lumina does it. The 13. It's a 13 backup. Lightning Sister.
What cost is it?
3.
3. I think I prefer that over this.
There's nothing wrong with a breakable backup, though.
No, there isn't. But I feel. Oh, it's in ice, is it? So the one I'm thinking is in ice.
No. Lumina is in.
No, the one I'm thinking of is in ice. There is another one that does something similar.
Oh, you're talking about a Mog itself.
Yeah, but there is another search. Oh, maybe that's what RB said. No, I was thinking of a searcher for a category 13 forward.
Yeah, that's Lumina. It's a 3-drop lightning backup. I do like this card. I do like that it is a tap search for a category 13 forward. I feel playtesting the 13 deck just at home. I've thought my feeling is I'm always missing one piece of the puzzle. I'm always missing a lightning. I'm always missing a null. I'm always missing a hope. I'm always missing a fang. I feel like if I can play this turn 1, untap, just being able to tap the Mog to search the missing piece that I'm needing is going to be good, rather than pitching my whole hand.
Yeah, but if you're playing this turn 1 to possibly do the combo turn 2, you're a turn behind already. But I guess it comes back to what I said before.
Playing a turn behind to possibly deal 4 damage to your opponent.
Yeah, but I guess it comes back down to what I said before, whether this fills in that gap of recoverability in the 13 deck. Which is what it sounds like you're saying it can do.
I'm just talking about, like, if I've got the missing piece, right? If I had to choose between Mog and Luminia, and I didn't have all the pieces in my hand, I'm not going to play the Mog.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally to search out the missing piece.
Yeah. Alright, no. I don't know. still
I
like
mean,
Luminia better,
this
but yeah,
card literally
it's a turn
won the
one.
game for me today against you because I searched out the null.
Yeah, I know. Fine, I have to concede. This is the card that I said does what the new I forgot his name already, but the 5 cost does. This one does it better, I think, and is Gratia, yeah, and I think that's why that Gratia is not the best. 3 cost Y'shtola, 7k forward. When Y'shtola enters the field, choose up to the same number of forwards opponent controls as job sign of the Seven Dawns you control, double them. So this just opens the field for a bunch of swings.
Yeah, I think that this is a big opener. I think that this might even guarantee the turn 2, turn 3 KO faster.
And I'd still run this even with the other Y'shtolas for the special. If you have the other Y'shtola clash, you use this as the special or you discard it for resource, you don't care. The fact that you have the Estinian to bring back Y'shtolas or whatever you want, but I'm focusing on the Y'shtolas in this situation. The fact that you can bring back whatever one you want or need for that moment is really cool. I don't think it's better than the other two, but it's still playable, I think.
I think it's a playable card.
Yeah, I'd still rather the board wiper or the damage one, but yeah, this could be a good off-mix match. Just have some fun. 2 cost Rosso, forward 5k. When a job vets you control attacks, choose one forward opponent controls, deal at 4k damage. Pay a crystal, choose one job vets, it gains haste until end of turn. This can be fun in Crystal's Vets with the Azul, but again, I don't know if that deck is a thing. You're saying you've been theory crafting.
I think I want to try it. I think that the Crystal Svets could work. I think Crystal Svets DFF will work. I think that the searches are there. I think that the cards there. This just says when a job Svets your controller's attack, so you could hypothetically get 8k damage off on something. Giving anything haste. This also gives a backup haste because it says choose one job. It doesn't say give, thing. So if you can find a tappable ability on a backup,
I guess that's true. You can give the backup haste. It doesn't say job Svets forward, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, I think this is a playable card. Now, will it be meta-defying? No, absolutely not. I don't think this card has a place in current meta that we know of at the moment. It's locked to Svets, and that's it. It's locked to a certain archetype. It won't work in anything that isn't that archetype.
Yeah. Nah, that's what I'm feeling. I'm curious to see yours right now. That's more what I'm thinking. I'm just curious to see what you do with it.
I'll work on it tonight. I'm building it tonight.
That's the nice full art. All right, we have finished with the lightning and we're entering water.